All right, folks, buckle up because this is about to be a legal roller coaster. A short-term marriage, a high-value home, and a battle over who gets to stay. Let's break it down.
Your Honor, if I could, I'm here on behalf of my client, Mr. Joseph Tootle. We filed a complaint for absolute divorce in this matter. It's a very, very short-term marriage. The parties were just married in September of 2023. And what we have, Your Honor, is that the crux of this case, and really the only asset of this marriage, comes down to the parties prior to their marriage purchased a home at 1047 Yellow Creek Highway. My client put down a significant down payment on the home. Well, the down payment was put prior to the marriage, and the purchase was right after the parties married. The property is approximately between $700,000 and $800,000 home, has a significant mortgage on it. What we're asking, Your Honor, is for exclusive possession of the home. Mrs. Botnick, again, this is a short-term marriage. Mrs. Botnick has 3 children from prior relationships. In fact, she was with a child at the time of the party's marriage that is not my client's child. And she has just finished another custody matter with that child's father. And again, she's not contributing financially. They purchased a vehicle that she is driving, and we are asking that she and the children, and she's allowed her mother, Miss Carol Ledford, to move into the home also. So there's 6 people cohabitating.
Hold up. He's paying for everything while 6 people are living. In the house? And now she wants to either stay for free or make him cover most of the costs? That's some Olympic-level entitlement right there.
In this home, and my client is having to pay all of meet the financial responsibility of the home. So it's our request that she be ordered to vacate the premises, or in the alternative, given the fact that herself, her 3 children, and her mother are living there, that my client pays 1/6 and she pays 5/6 of all the expenses associated with the home. The home, again, we're going to have an issue. The home has just been purchased. It's very unlikely that there's significant equity. She is not in a position, it's our claim that she's not in a position to buy my client out of the home or get the home refinanced into her own name. But she is not contributing, and she has now begun having extramarital relations, and as a result of that, we want her out of the house.
Just briefly, parties were married September 4th, 2023. The home that they currently reside in was purchased, conveyed to both of them as husband and wife, Joseph Tootle and Jordan Botnick, by warranty deed executed September 26, 2023, recorded with the Register of Deeds September 29th, 2023. The approximate purchase price was $800,000. 20% was paid down.
Here's a key legal moment. Her lawyer argues that since the house is a marital asset, she has as much right to it as he does. But what about the fact that he put down a hefty $160,000 before they even tied the knot? This is where things get spicy. Oof.
Which is approximately $160,000. Mr. Tootle makes a significantly higher income than Ms. Botnick. With respect to her children who live there, Mr. Tootle was fully aware that Ms. Botnick had children when they married, fully aware that they would be moving into the residence, and with respect to Ms. Botnick's mother, he agreed that she could move into the residence. Our position, Your Honor, is that the house is a marital residence. Mr. Tootle has significantly more income than Ms. Botnick, and we have filed before the court today as a motion to sell the marital residence, and we would propose that upon its sale, the net proceeds be paid into court, and then we can proceed with the divorce in that regard. But I would submit to the court, there's no basis to grant Mr. Tootle exclusive possession of the marital home. Ms. Bachnick's name is on the deed, it's a marital asset, and submit that she's entitled to reside there just as much as he is.
Right.
Then I would call Ms. Botnick.
Come around, please. Raise your right hand, be placed under oath.
State your name, please, ma'am.
Jordan Lindsay Bachnick,
And Ms. Botnick, where do you work?
Envision Healthcare.
And what do you do for Envision Healthcare?
I'm an AP specialist.
And
You want
what,
to please scoot up a little bit towards that microphone
Sorry.
so we make sure it's picking
I'm
up.
an AP specialist.
and what does that mean?
Accounts payable. I work for the same company as Joseph.
And what is your rate of pay?
22 an hour.
You work 40 hours a week,
Yes, ma'am.
and you have 3 children by how many different men?
3.
And how much child support do you get?
I get child support 1 kid and $697.
$697 for what child?
1 child. And I don't get child support from the other 2.
What child do you get the 190?
Sailor, the baby.
And who is Sailor's father?
Nick Ellis.
And that's your youngest child?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were in fact pregnant with Sailor at the time that you married?
No,
Or right after you had just had the child?
I just had him. He was born in June and I got married in September.
Okay. And what sort, you have just settled a lawsuit on paternity with Mr. Ellis?
Yes.
And when was that done?
The courtroom just hit him with the bad life choices reminder. Marrying someone with 3 kids and a custody battle already in progress? Yeah, that's a lesson learned the hard way.
At the point in time, did you admit to your husband that you only married him for financial security?
No.
You sure about that?
Yes.
That's your statement under oath?
Yes.
Did you threaten, at the point in time when he told you he wanted a divorce, did you threaten to throw yourself against the wall so that you get an order of protection and kick him out of the house?
No.
Are you allowing your children to, have you allowed any of your minor children to operate any motor vehicle in and around the property?
I let my son drive down the driveway.
And he ran over shrubs and things, is that correct?
1 shrub.
And that's your 12-year-old or your 10-year-old?
I let my 10-year-old.
Your 10-year-old's driving a vehicle.
Wait, did she just admit that her 10-year-old was driving a car on the property and crashed into a shrub? And she laughed it off? I don't know about you, but I'd be a little concerned about the resale value after that.
That caused some slight damage to the property, is that correct?
He drove down the driveway and ran over a shrub.
Did you replace it? Arrows into the drywall of the
No.
home? You didn't sit there and videotape it and laugh
I
at it?
videotaped my son shooting an arrow into a cardboard box.
Not into the garage and damaging the property?
No.
Have you contributed to the house payment?
No.
Why not?
Because I'm paying for everything else.
What is everything else that you're paying for?
Groceries to stay in the house, and I pay for all my kids. Groceries, clothes, and I filled out a form. Basically showing what I do pay for.
Pay any of the utilities?
No.
Pay any insurance on the vehicle you're driving?
Yes.
You pay for your insurance
I pay for my insurance
and your vehicle?
on
What
my
kind of-
vehicle.
What kind of vehicle are you driving?
A Tahoe.
2021 Chevy Tahoe?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much are the payments on that?
A little over 1,000.
Who's making those payments?
I am.
When did you start making those payments?
2 months ago. I've made 3 payments so far. So 3 months now.
When did you purchase that vehicle?
August 22nd of 23.
You acknowledge that the down payment on the home came from his separate funds, do you not?
I'm going to object. That calls for a legal conclusion.
And here's the million-dollar question. Did she actually contribute to the down payment? Or is she just trying to claim half now that the marriage is over? This right here could be the make or break moment of the case.